Alright guys, so Attack on Titans Season 4 Episode 60, aka Episode 9 has finally released, and man, this episode is jam-packed with story information, so I'm gonna do my best to tell you guys this, but let me just say, this had a lot of information about the story. I definitely recommend you guys watch the episode first before coming here and having me explain it, because it's gonna be a little bit complicated if you don't. Anyway, let's get to it. Before this video begins, if you guys could subscribe and like on this video, it'd be huge. It helps out small channels like mine, so I'd really appreciate it. And we've been growing a lot recently, so I'm really thankful for that, so thank you guys for that. So we find out how exactly the plan with Zek Yeager and Eren Yeager became a thing. So it actually took 3 years to plan before it actually happened, as we saw in the previous few episodes. Basically, as we heard in episode 1, I believe, the ships from Marley came to Paradise Island, and they were pretty much attacked or mainly kidnapped. Basically, the people of Marley were kidnapped into giving them information. People of Paradise Island wanted to get information from Marley. They did exactly that. And on top of that, Yelena, who's the new character that I didn't know the name of in the last episode, is basically, like I said, the Mikasa for Zek Yeager. She decides to work with the people of Paradise Island because her home country is actually taken over by Marley, and she was forced to be a soldier. She doesn't like that, but she liked how Zek Yeager saved her, I believe. I believe she did save her from something as being a soldier, and so now she just follows him and does whatever he says, and he said to set up this plan to free the Eldians. So the people of Paradise Island pretty much learn everything there is about Marley, pretty much everything. They learn the weapons, how much of their military they have, what their plans are, things like that. We find out that they didn't attack for a long time because they were in the middle of a war, and on top of that, it was just not a need for them to attack Paradise because of all the pure Titans walking around. We also find out there are pretty much no longer any pure Titans on Paradise Island. Apparently the scouts pretty much killed all of them, so there are like no pure Titans, which is pretty crazy because that was like the biggest problem with Paradise for a long time. So after figuring out everything there is to know about Marley, they set up a plan, Zek Yeager's plan, to free the Eldians, and that plan was what we saw. They're going to attack Marley, and they really don't have a choice with this because Marley was going to attack them anyway, but they're going to attack Marley back. You know, they're going to fight back because they know Marley is going to attack them and declare war, and so they basically start this whole plan on defeating Marley. Yelena wants to defeat Marley not only because she follows Zek Yeager and Zek Yeager wants to free the Eldians, but on top of that, Yelena wants to be free from Marley because Marley took over her country. Everybody else there just sort of realizes that the people of Paradise Island are good people. They're not as bad as they thought they were. They're like, oh, these people aren't actually devils. Let's help them and make sure they don't die. It took 3 years for these people to actually get accustomed with them, and even then, the people of Paradise still don't trust them, as we see in the later scene. So really, Eren Yeager is pretty much correct. There really is no way for the people of Marley to see Eldians as anything but devils unless they fight. And it really was a matter of time before the people of Marley just attacked Paradise Island for the Founding Titan. That's pretty much everything in this episode. I know it really wasn't a lot as I'm explaining it, but there is a lot more you need to see. We see a new character. I don't know his name. I think it was Nicolo or something like that. Anyway, he was like sort of, I guess, the maybe love interest of Sasha that we didn't really see, and then when she died, he was really sad. I feel like this was kind of a, you know, like a little bit of a cheap ploy to make a character that is, you know, gonna be to make a character that really liked Sasha, and then only for him to be introduced the episode after she dies. I think that was pretty weird. But like I said in the last episode, this was basically a flashback going back and forth. Halfway through the episode, we finally get back to present time, where Eren Yeager is finally getting his default outfit for Season 4. So the homeless Eren that we've seen for the past few episodes is not the way Eren's going to look throughout the whole season. We finally get to see what he's actually going to look, what style he's going to don for the rest of the Season 4, and it's slicked back hair, and he's pretty much going to have like a black jacket. You saw it in the trailer, so that's pretty much what he's going to be looking like for most of the season. And their plan so far is to unleash the rumbling, not fully, just sort of show it so that people get scared, but then they're like, well, we're gonna be real devils then if that happens. But Eren's like, nope, no other way, we have to do it. So I guess they're gonna try and release the rumbling on everyone. The rumbling has been talked about a lot, so I might make a video about the rumbling, more in-depth explanation on for my anime only watchers like me. If you guys want to see that, make sure you like this video. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and now let's get to the next episode. So for the next episode, I don't know. It really is going to be just like this episode, except I don't have enough information to really get at what they're going to be talking about more. this next episode really isn't have anything that I can go off of besides it's going to be more storytelling, more figuring out what they're going to do next, what's the next step after they've attacked Marley. So yeah, the next episode is completely like open. I don't know what's going to happen next, so that makes everything even more exciting. I also forgot to mention that Zek Yeager is now on Paradise Island. He is with them. They pretty much leave him deserted on this like forest area. They just kind of leave him in the forest and like, you stay here now. So I thought that was pretty funny. And also Falco and Gabby are still on Paradise Island. They are now being held captive. So Falco is just kind of sad because he understands that he's kind of like Armin. He understands what's going on, that this is like a war that really had no other way to like do this. Gabby is just crazy animal. She's just like, Eren Yeager, I hate him. Which is just like, okay, relax. Anyway, that's pretty much this episode, and that's pretty much this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited for the next episode because I have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.